Hey everybody, my name's Douglas, here at Day 3 Studio. This is my first video on YouTube, and hopefully it's not that apparent, but I'm sure it will be. I'm going to be doing a painting today, and this is from a photo that I took the last time my wife and I were in Kauai. If you've never been to Kauai, first of all, go. Just live your life. Live your best life, whatever that is, and I guarantee you Kauai is part of your best life. That place is heaven on earth. My wife and I, we went there on our honeymoon, and then we went back, man, must have been in 2019, because this was pre-having children, and pre-COVID, and pre-everything that has gone on since then. We need to get back there. Anyways, I snapped this absolutely terrible photo of this Cardinal while we were grabbing gas somewhere on the North Island. And they were just all hanging out there, like at the gas station. Anyways, and they're some of the most beautiful birds, bright red crests on their heads. If you haven't seen them, I'll post a picture here, but yeah, so I'm doing a painting of that tonight. I started it out a night or two ago. I'm just doing, it's a little 6x6 on wood panel. I did a drawing of it the other night and did a quick base layer of just a red acrylic, but then the whole rest of the painting will all be in oil, which is usually my style. You'll see I do a lot of oil and I do a lot of watercolor. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm doing tonight. This channel, if you're interested, I would love for you to, hit a like and subscribe. Hey, might be the first. With that, I'm gonna do a little painting. I am not gonna talk the whole time, but I'll talk a little bit at you, and mostly just wanna lay down some paint this evening. So enjoy. Really quickly some of the colors that I'm using tonight. And this is, I follow a lot of artists that have like really limited palettes, and I do not have a limited palette as of yet, but I try and limit per painting a little bit. So we got Payne's Gray, hopefully you can see that. Using alizarin crimson, and if I botch the names of any of these, that's because I can't speak. So yeah, YouTube, you have to speak. Not a winning combination right there. Cadmium red, a little bit. I've been playing with cobalt violet, which is just such a fun color. And then like two of my standbys, titanium white and Prussian blue. I didn't used to always lay down acrylic beforehand. I don't even always draw beforehand, but lately I've been doing the acrylic base layer, almost even more than this usually. I'll block in a lot of the darks, with just some acrylic blues and grays and things like that, and then like hit some of the highlights, but it just makes the painting go so much faster, because then you can, you've got your base layer and then you can come right in with oil. But on this painting in particular, I paint like really thick. I don't know if you can see this. This is another recent one that I did, just a landscape of a sunset. I'm here in Utah, and we get these, Salt Lake area, we get these gorgeous sunsets out over the Ochre Mountains and the Great Salt Lake, and just massive clouds and gorgeous sunsets. So I paint a lot of those. Paint really thick, gesturally often, palette knife, big brushes, that sort of thing. This painting and some work going forward, I want to focus on like really honing in on the shapes and not being so loosey-goosey like I often am. So that's what I'm going for this, and like still layering a bit, but like, you know, a lot of people are trying to do more layers. I need to do a little bit less layers. Sometimes I go a little bit crazy. So one thing I've learned, you know, just from doing it, and also I've heard many other artists talk about it, is when you paint, you know, especially if you're painting from a reference like I do. Recently I've been trying to paint more, you know, I always use some sort of reference, but then like I'll try and not just stick to like one photograph or whatever. I kind of am on this one, but I try and open that up a bit and be a little bit more broad. You know, I might reference 5 or 6 or 10 photos to get one image that I like. But don't paint what you think you see. Just look for blocks of color, shapes of color. Paint what you see, not what you think. If you think you're painting a nose, don't paint a nose. Paint whatever color and shade is, you know, on this portion of the nose right here, and then paint a totally different color and shade for right here. And then it's going to be a totally different color over here where the light's reflecting, the backlight is hitting it. Otherwise, your paintings will look like cartoons. So, just one thing to think about. But also, again, the best thing about painting is not thinking. Talk a little bit about my palette setup. Already talked about the paint. You know, for anybody who's just getting started out there painting, I use it's one of these like giant Tupperware palettes that basically has a glass insert, so you can use your razor blade to just clean up whenever you need to. The coolest thing I've found recently is I have 2 kids, which you'll hear a lot about if you stick around. Almost 4-year-old little boy and an almost 2-year-old little boy. So why am I starting a YouTube channel with a 4 and a 2-year-old? I have no idea, because honestly I don't have any time or energy beyond that. But I also need some sort of sanity outlet, and this is it. But these glass, they're called a Wee Sprout little baby jars. These things are freaking awesome. They come with these silicone lids. If you're a painter, go buy some. They're sweet. You dump your orange Eco House mild citrus thinner, which is awesome. It honestly smells good. It smells like citrus, but it's low VOC, so it's not gonna get you sick. And then I throw my liquid in one, and I throw linseed oil in another one, and I just got the 3 of them set up in a row. And you can keep them fresh, and you know, you're not trying to dump them out on your palette or those little stupid metal things that get clogged up and don't have lids that are garbage. Anyways, so check those out if you haven't already. I was talking about the fish. I'm keeping them up late tonight. Normally they'd be fast asleep and happy. The glare on this thing is terrible. Let's see, Big Blue's back there He is a big old 6-inch electric blue Akara. I'll talk more about him. And I got a bunch of other fish in here, but this particular video is not a fish video, but gotta love those fish. Anyways, let's get back to painting. Doesn't look like too much yet. I'm probably gonna pause here for the night. I gotta go to bed because my kids are gonna wake up in like 4 hours and start screaming at 2 a.m. And then my 4-year-old will wake up at 5 and be ready to go. So with that, I will finish this either later in this video or heck, maybe I'll do it in the next because I need more than one video. So thank you for watching. If you're already here, please hit that like and subscribe. I would love to have you along for whatever this crazy journey unfolds into. I hope you are well. I hope you learned something, and thank you again for taking time with me tonight. See ya.